Hi 7th graders, I hope you've been doing well. Today we are going to work on the 5.6 IXL, which is O.6. This lesson is all about converting between customary and metric systems. So what we are going to be doing a whole bunch this lesson is setting up proportions and solving. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So it says 3 miles is the same as how many kilometers? And then it tells us a hint. 1 mile is equivalent to 1.6 kilometers. And then we round our answer to the nearest tenth. Alright, so let's get started. To set up our two proportions, we are going to use the first ratio that they give us. They say 1 mile is equivalent to 1.6 kilometers. Okay, and we're setting that equal to what we want to know. We want to know what 3 miles is equivalent to and how many kilometers. So our miles has to go on the top, so we take 3 miles up on the top, and our x is the number of kilometers. We don't know how many kilometers there are. So now let's go ahead and cross multiply. 1 times x is really just x, and then we need to take 3 times 1.6. I'm going to grab my calculator out. 3 times 1.6 gives us 4.8. So 4.8 kilometers is equal to 3 miles. So that's what we would type here. And we are good. Let's try the next one. This time they say 3 meters is how many feet? So let's set up our proportion. They tell us 1 meter is equal to 3.3 feet. So that's our first ratio. 1 meter over 3.3 feet. And we set that equal to, we want to figure out how many feet are in 3 meters. So the 3 goes on top, and our x is the bottom because we don't know how many feet are in 3 miles. Or meters, excuse me. Alright, let's multiply. 1 times x is really just x. And then we take 3 times 3.3, which gives us 9.9. And we are talking feet. So our answer is 9.9. And we are good. Alright, I'll do 2 more with you. This time 7 feet is the same as how many meters? Hint, 1 foot is equal to 0.305 meters. So let's set up our equation, or our proportions. 1 foot is equal to 0.305 meters. And we want to know 7 feet is how many meters? So 7 over x. 1 times x is just x. And then we take 7 times 0.305, which gives us 2.135. But now we have to be careful because it says round to the nearest tenth. So the tenth is our 1, so we look at the 3. Is 3 5 or less, or is it, oops, I wrote that wrong. Is it 5 or more, or 4 or less? Right, it's 4 or less, so that stays the same. So our answer is just 2.1. Awesome, and the last one I will do with you. 3 inches is the same as how many centimeters? Hint, 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So let's set it up. 1 inch is equal to, is equal to 2.54 centimeters. So that's our first ratio. And we want 3 inches and how many centimeters? So let's cross multiply. 1 times x is really just x. And then we take 3 times 2.54. And I'm typing this in on my calculator, and I get 7.62. But it wants it rounded to the nearest tenth, so we look at the 2. The 2 is 4 or less, so our 6 stays the same. So 7.6. Alright, and that is what you will be doing this entire IXL. Please let me know if you have questions. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day.